So I found Christiana interesting, so I decided to go back and kind of explore it a little bit more. I also stopped in a few other interesting sites along the way and sharing that with you. But the place was found in 1971, and it's basically evacuated military barracks that were built on top of old fortifications and ramparts that defended the city in during like the Renaissance time period, about starting like about 400 years ago. And it consisted of about 20 acres of land roughly. And I looked it up, and it says that the people there do follow their Danish law and they do pay taxes, but it's like indirectly. So they pay through like the communal government basically. So everyone pays in common to the government, and then they're like communal council representation allots like land and resources as needed to the people and residents who live there. So it sounds like they're doing like different types of social experiments there, but they have like a lot of interesting things happening there. And you can see it. There's definitely like a lot of economic activity. There's a good food scene there. There's a lot of art there. They make a lot of handicrafts. Yeah, just a lot of stuff happening there. A lot of green space there. People have horses, gardens. They have nice little houses that they inhabit. Yeah, the barracks are being repaired to make them habitable, and they're managing their own waste and recycling as much as possible. And they build like very unique bikes that are sold throughout the Netherlands there. So definitely a cool place to go. I highly recommend it, and enjoy the video.
All right, so I am leaving my hostel behind me. It did the job. A little bit warm on the first night, but I opened the window last night and it kind of cooled it down a bit. But yeah, the weather has been nice. It's like feels like I'm back home almost. I think I got a little bit of sunburn yesterday, but I found out that it costs 50 krona to send like a postcard, which is like 750. So to send like 3 postcards, which I usually do every day, it was going to cost like 22 or $23. So I was like, I think not, because the international postcard in the States is like $1, $1.50 or something, and that's still a lot, I think. But that's crazy. Spending over $20 on 3 stamps is just nuts. And also, the post offices were like really far away. Super inconvenient just to send a few postcards. So if you're used to getting postcards from me, um, yeah, you're not getting any from Denmark because those things are a collector's item because they're so expensive. But yeah, I'm headed to Christiana now. I think I spent about 2 or 3 hours there. I think I took a leisurely breakfast. So I decided to do the hostel breakfast, which seemed to be a better deal after like going out in the town yesterday. I was like, oh, I could find a cheaper breakfast. And the breakfast at the hostel was like basically like a all you can eat buffet type situation. And it was like a little over $10. I was like, I don't know. I think with like the inflation too. I mean, that's not that bad, honestly. I think I'd probably pay the same if I was back home. I don't know. I think inflation's kind of like screwed up my sense of like pricing and stuff. So I'm like, is this place expensive? I don't know. I think just traveling in America costs about the same almost. It's like I went and had like a beer, and it's like a beer at the bar is like $6 or $7. I think I'm like, it costs about the same in Albuquerque now. So I don't know. Inflation has just messed up everybody's ability to like effectively price anything, I think. Netto is like the Danish 7-Eleven. At least that's what my tour guide was saying. I don't know. Maybe he was lying to me. But he said this place is, yeah, it's better prices, better quality than the 7-Eleven. So I feel bad. I went to 7-Eleven yesterday. I got the coffee and the sweet. So Netto. Next time I'm in Denmark, I'll go to the Netto. I like all the statues. Erasmus. I feel like I need to learn all these people now. Like, they put them in a statue, so they must be important. It's crazy. So all these bikes here are unlocked, and people just leave their like helmets here. I'm like, that's the definition of a high trust society for sure. It's just like, and just the fact that the vehicles had to yield to the bikes, and I've been here for like 48 hours and I haven't even seen like a near hit or whatever. I haven't seen any crashes with a bike or a vehicle. And there's like 1,000 times more bikes here than Albuquerque, and I hear drivers complain about bikes all the freaking time. This makes me sick. Like, that we can't figure this out. And that we can't live in a society where you could just like leave your bike unattended and it's not going to get stolen. So adjacent to the War Museum, the Kriegsmuseum, I'm going to a very peaceful garden. So, is it open now? Yeah, I'm good. Let me see if I come in through here. No, I need to go the other way. I don't want to go in there. All right, so right next to the War Museum. Yesterday, I happened to walk through this peaceful, beautiful garden. I really appreciate the massive fountain. So here we go. Yeah, this place is really pretty. And I like just walked through here by accident. So it seems like it's a place that people come and just chill. Which I might just do for a bit. Yeah, the flowers there are like incredible. Look at those blooms. So cool. All right, looks like there's a couple of shady chairs. I could just chill for a minute, collect myself. This place is like full of flowers. It's pretty nice. Very peaceful spot for sure. A lot of people just relaxing, having some picnics. It's a nice, beautiful day. Yeah, they're already having lunch. It's only 11 o'clock. Yeah, there's a statue of there, Søren Kierkegaard. He's like the probably most famous Danish philosopher. So if you're into some existential thought, it's good to study. Oh man, like acres and acres of bikes here. Look at that. It's crazy. I see like people rowing over there too. It's a very idyllic scene here for sure. Look at these like stairwell blocks. That's funny, like Christiana's just like a few blocks away. Here's a clever little piece of technology, a little bike rail that helps you bring your bike downstairs. That's cool. All right, back at this spot. It's a cool canal. There's always like tour boats and stuff come through here. I saw like a tourist get his boat like stuck here yesterday. It's kind of funny. I think his like girlfriend was pissed off at him. Wow, so this is the rave church from yesterday. I should just check it out actually. I'm kind of curious. See what a Lutheran church looks like, but pretty boring on the outside for sure. A lot going on. All right, so we're entering the church now. So actually, I had a little bit more adornment than I expected in there. Um, it's kind of interesting how the pews are laid out. They seem to have like little speaker boxes in them almost. I don't know. They're up there. It feels like they're like really closed in, you know. But yeah, Lutheran churches. Not as it's like in between like a Calvinist church, I think, and like a Catholic church. There is some stuff in there, but not fully lavish like a Catholic church. I'm entering Christiana again, like yesterday's video. I kind of did a little bit more research on the place. So this place has existed in its form since like 1971. And they're just kind of like an abandoned military barracks, basically. It's a place for like soldiers, seamen, sailors to come out and stay for the night, you know. And yeah, once they were evacuated in 71, just basically a bunch of people who want to do less than legal activities, we'll say, moved in, or people wanted free places to squat, people that are just doing random little side businesses which aren't exactly taxed properly moved in. And now we have a thriving little community. But it also said in 2024 that the local police and the community members actually came together and pushed out a lot of like the major criminal cartel people that were operating here selling like drugs everywhere. So the main like access of this place is called Pusher Street. And it's kind of interesting because I guess like about 800 to 1,000 people live here full time. So I'm just kind of interested in how actually want to speak to somebody. I really talk to locals because kind of I like to get people's permission. I just don't film and come up to people and film them like that. But ask them how it is to live here if they do live here, you know. But yesterday, the only person I have seen in this whole country, like Copenhagen, that's been homeless was a guy that was passed out here yesterday. I didn't want to bother him. But yeah, I mean, compared to Albuquerque, that'd be a dream just to have one person passed out, like seemingly in like a non-deadly manner. I think he was just like drunk or something. Like you could hear him sleeping. Yeah, this is like a little shopping area, but it looks like they have places for people to skateboard and stuff too. Some like free books and stuff. It's pretty cool. You can have a tractor here. Oh, look at that. This is how they do the waste disposal, I suppose. I think this is their flag. It's like 3 dots there. Yeah, this is the waste sorted share. They actually have it pretty well organized. See, this is something like I think the city should really look into. I don't know. This is a cool concept. Oh, you gotta love this. This is funny. This place is really fun though. I don't know. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I had a sandwich at this shop yesterday. Yeah, everyone's super friendly. There's a cute little dog there. So I think these are some of the places people live in actually here. Looks like there's a few dwelling units in there. Yeah, some of them are actually pretty nice in there. People have gardens. It's not bad. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it seems like there's people that actually have little factories and stuff. They build things. They make clothes, t-shirts, jewelry, random bits and bobs. They sell them here, or they make a few extra bucks, I guess. Seems like the people here really appreciated when I paid them in cash too, though, which is not very common, I think, in Denmark anymore. But they all had card readers too, though. But there's like a lot more living area, I think, here. Oh, that's so cool. There's like an old BMW hanging out from there with a sidecar. It's crazy. Yeah, this is cool. Yeah, so I think this area is like the less people come because it's like further away. So the further I walk now will be more like where people tend to live, actually. So these barracks are probably converted into like living areas. Yeah, this building's pretty nice here. I guess to live there. And there's like a tractor moving over there taking some waste. Yeah, it's funny though. There's no Danish flags here, so maybe they truly are a free state, right? So this is like the residential area. It seems like of Christiana, but there's like series of houses, like either small individual houses or like large, kind of like apartment block type things. But yeah, I mean, for a squat settlement, this is probably the nicest squat settlement I've ever encountered. I don't know. It seems like people are living pretty good lives here. Honestly, it's pretty cool. Oh my god, they have horses here. It's so cool. I'm so glad I walked up over here. They're cute. They seem a little bit smaller than normal horses. Maybe there's some sort of like pony or something. So I guess people can own cars around here. There's like a street here. You could stash your vehicle. So, but yeah, I mean, like crazy to think that the government just like abandoned this whole place and just left it free for just randos to take over. It's kind of cool. It's a wild garden, but like they have like a little greenhouse in here too. It's pretty cute. That's like a little back alley area. This country though, they live their little bikes. Oh, look, it's a tiny house. It's a cute little house. Yeah, I mean, this house is really cool too. Look at all their stuff they need, wood and everything. Some boats. I guess they actually have cops here. This isn't as free of a city as I thought it was, you know? We got some mounted police here. So cool. Cool, somebody left a bike here. It's stashed. That's cool. We have a little big Jeep. Oh, look, they even have like a little jerry can with good store stuff in. So basically, I started here in the corner, and then I kind of like walked up here through there, and then I kind of went all the way up to where these horses are. Then I went out there, and then you can see people park their vehicles and stuff all along here. But there's actually like another area here across. There's like a little bridge and this another ring, separate ring along there. So this area is probably like super. I don't think a lot of tourists or anything go there, or like local people. So if you wanted to live a little bit more isolated, that's probably the place to be. But if you want to be, this is like you got the mill of like the city, like milling around here, interacting with people from the outside world. But yeah, it's kind of cool. You could have your like pick of different types of places you want to live in a way. And there's like a ton of activities. You go boating, you go horse riding, you could do all kinds of stuff here. It's really interesting. So yeah, the U.S. isn't very popular right now. Yeah. So this is a cycle shop. It looks like so. If you need your cycle fixed up, this is where you get it done. Man, these things are really popular here. But I seen like a grown woman get out of them, so it's kind of cool to carry your groceries, to carry like a person, an elderly person who needs help, or even use it as like a little taxi or something. Yeah, I went here yesterday. It's pretty cool. They make some really neat stuff here. So I wanted to bring some metal stuff, but it's heavy, and I think it'd probably get taken when I try to get back in the U.S. So I don't know. Maybe I'll mail it to myself next time. Yeah, some of this art is like really good. Good hippie potamus. Is that what you call a fat hippie? All right, so I thought my boat was leaving at 6, but I gotta like get on it at 3. It actually was at 4. I don't know. In my head, I thought 1600 meant like 6 o'clock for some reason, but it's like 1800 or 6 o'clock. I should know this. I was in the military for ages, but I think I'm getting more. I'm flipping my numbers around. I don't know if I've always done that or if it's a new thing that's coming to work in my brain, which I need to take account of. So, but yeah, I gotta probably make my way out of here. I need to get some food because the food on the boat is really expensive. Actually, like my bunkmate last night, she works on the boat that I'm gonna be on today. She works in the engine room, and she was like telling me, "I was like, yeah, you better get some food because the the food on the boat's really expensive, and sometimes it's like really crowded, and you have to wait in line forever to get it." So I'm gonna go to the local grocery store here and stock up for my journey tonight. But yeah, so tomorrow I will be in Oslo, Norway. Yeah, this place is cool though. Yeah, just look at all that. Yeah, that church spire looks really cool over there, but it's like $10 to go climb it. I was like, first off, I have all my gear, and I really don't want to spend $10 just to do a lot of exercise. So not today. Plus, I don't have the time for it either. This is a cool little space. It's probably a lot different in the past. I feel like, especially like looking at the news bits that I read up on it, that it was a lot seedier. There was definitely a lot of people selling stuff like here on the floor. Like, I don't know. It was just a different vibe back in the day. Well, I mean, back in the as in 2 years ago. So, but yeah, now it seems like just a chill place to live, just a different sort of community than the rest of the city. All right, so that's the end of my video here. Christiana, headed to Norway now, and yeah, I mean, it's a little bit more than yesterday, I suppose. A little bit more. You get to see a little bit more Christiana, and I'll put a little bit more information at the beginning. But if you like my videos, please share, subscribe. You get to explore Europe with me for the next month or so. I've been putting out these videos daily, so I'm gonna try to get this one out. But yeah, it was fun today. I gotta hurry and get some food and get myself on a boat. So bye bye.